What's up, everyone? It's me, CN.TSUKAIMA, and welcome to CN.Figures. Figures in your house. And for this tour review, we're gonna look at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Action figures, the 3 Egyptian god cards, Slifer, Obelisk, and Ra. And these suckers, they look so amazing. And let me know in the comments down below, which of these Egyptian god cards is your favorite? Me, it's Slifer. Anyways, the packages in each one, they look amazing. And right there in the bottom, each one, there's the names of the Egyptian god cards. Slifer, the Sky Dragon, Obelisk, the Tormentor, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. And right there in the top, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! And this side in each package, we see Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. But on the other side, that each one, we get pictures of the characters, the 3 Egyptian god cards. And the pictures, they look very sweet. Look at them. And the backside, we see Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And the backside, each one, we get pictures of the figures. And they look very cool. Like Slifer, Obelisk, and Ra. Look at the background and effects, everything. And right there in the bottom, there's more figures in the set that you guys can collect. And right here in the bottom, each one, we see Yu-Gi-Oh! But we also see instructions, how you can remove and put the wings, like Obelisk, Slifer, and Raw. You see? Alright, so I think we're all set, so enough chatting. Let's take them out! And each figure comes with a card. And you can see the pictures of the Egyptian god cards, and they look fantastic. But I like Slifer more than the other two. Well, Raw looks okay, and also Obelisk. And you can see Yu-Gi-Oh! Right there in the top. And there's the name of the monsters, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and Obelisk the Tormentor. And they're very shiny and everything. And there's really nothing in the backside. We just get the picture of the Amelian puzzle. And again, we see Yu-Gi-Oh! In each one around. Alright, I'm gonna start out with Slifer the Sky Dragon first. And like I said, the head sculpt looks kinda weird. But I do like the white paint they use for his fangs. Like right here in the top, looking very sick. And also right here where it's the open mouth. And the fangs came out very cool. Especially these ones in each side of his head. And you can see his black tongue right inside with a little bit of sweet detail right there. Like you see a line in the middle. And I can feel some brushing, and I do feel a little bit sculpting right here in the tip of the tongue and also around the fangs. And you can see his yellow eyes in each one around. They look kind of small. And I don't know what's that he has on the top of his head, but it's very smooth. I love the light colored blue he has all around. And everywhere around here, everywhere around his face, it's all sculpted. And same thing here in the bottom of his chin. And not bad how this came out around here on the top of his head. And these parts, you can bend them just a little bit, but they're also kind of pointy. And you can move his head all around. And look at the work they done here in this side of his head. Well, both sides of his head. I don't think these toys are meant for play because they don't have that much of points of articulation. I think that these figures are half figures and half statue, I believe. But look around here where's the black color. All that looks very clean. I can feel a bunch of bumps all around. And we see more white color around here like these. Well, I'm not sure these are his teeth or their spikes, but we do get more white color around here. And same thing here on his claws. And around his hands, well, they came out kind of funny because they look very small. but it does have some nice work in each arm around. But let's see if they have any points of articulation. Yep, they do. You can open them, see, up and down, move them, and each one around. But I don't think it has no torso articulation. But I do like the spikes it has here all around the body. You cannot bend them. They're kind of hard, but it has no articulation around here. They should at least add some articulation, but it didn't. And I do like the red color it has all around his skin. And we get more white color here on his claws and also back of his ankle and each foot. And not bad how this part came out. All right, I did have problems putting on the wings. And I believe they used some wet paint for the wings all around. And I can feel some brushing. You can see the detail in each wing around. You can see the spikes right there in the bottom and also right here in the top. More detail around here. But I am not going to move the wings because they were kind of hard. And here's the back side of the wings. And also right here on the back side of the dragon. All that looks very clean. And I don't think you cannot move the tail at all because the tail was also hard to put it on. But we get more good spikes around here on the back of his tail and more black color around here, around the tip. Alright, next is Obelisk the Tormentor. And they done a massive job around the head sculpt. It looks very sick. And I really love the blue paints they use for this figure. And we get some clean white paints around his teeth. And you can see his red color eyes in each one around. And the nose came out kind of okay. And I think he has a little bit of wrinkles around the face, but look around the chin and also right here. You can see he has spikes and same thing here in each side of his head. And there's this little orb right there on his forehead. We get the exact same paint. And again, it feels very smooth. But look at these parts around. I'm not sure what are these. I think this might be his horn. I'm not so sure, but you can see some detail around here with some little bit of black faded color around. And I can feel some brushing, some more sculpting around here. And I can feel some brushing around here in the top. All this came out very good, but look at the muscles on the torso. That looks freaking sweet. And we get the exact same detail just like in his horns right here around the muscles. And we do get a little bit of black faded color around here. You can see the muscles here around the waist and also on both sides of it. Man, the job came out very good. Look all that nice work it has. And I can feel some brushing around here. Alright, I'm gonna try to move the head. And you can see that my brother put the head back. Okay, he does has like a little butterfly joint, you see? You can move it all around. And he also has, he doesn't look up or down at all. But all it matters is that his head does have some articulation. But look around the shoulders. All this looks amazing. Well, there are kind of pointy, so you need to be careful of that. And you can open his arms just a little bit. That's pretty much it. And I don't know what type of material they use to make this figure, but I do love it a lot. You can see the muscles around here, around the biceps, more sculpting around here, more spikes around here, around the arms. And you can move the arms just a little bit. But let's take a good look at the fists and each one. And they look super sweet. Not bad how they came out. You can see a little bit of detail around here with the fingers, the knuckles as well. All that came out very good. And you can see more spikes around here on his legs. Oh yeah, he does have some torso articulation. You can move around the waist. And you can see some detail right there in the middle. I just love the muscles that he has on the legs. And these parts around the knees came out very good. And we get more muscles around here in the back of his legs. And he does has a little bit of articulation. You can bend the knees just a little bit. Oh yeah, and he also has some articulation around the elbows. But he has no wrist articulation at all. And same thing for the ankles. But look at the ankles. All this is amazing. I love the work that he has here, and especially these huge nails that he has, and also right here in the back. And we get more faded paints around here in the back of his legs. And whoa, look at the back side. All that, it just blew my mind. And also around here in the back of his waist. But right here is different because I can feel some plastic here. So I think it's a different material they use around here. And look at the wings. The wings came out very good. But you hear that? I don't know what type of material they use for the wings. And I believe they use a little bit of wet paint around. I can feel some brushing, and you can see some detail around here. And he also had some cuts around the wings, and also right here in the front side. But look right there in the top around the tip, he has some spikes here, and also here in the bottom. It's Raw's turn, and this is the final one. And like I said, I don't think these toys are meant to play because they're not even articulated, and they're not that posable. And like I said when I was doing Slifer, that they're half figures and half statue. And this one did come out kind of weird, but I do like the gold paint that he has all around the body, like the wings, the tail. But let's take a good look around the head sculpt. And okay, the head sculpt did come out kind of good, and you can see the white paint around his teeth, and we do get a little bit of red around the mouth, like you can see the tongue with some line right there. And I can feel a bunch of sculpting around the mouth, and you can see the red color on his eyes in each one. And we see this detail on the top of his head. And wow, all this is amazing. Look at the detail around here in both sides of his head. And these parts, you can bend them just a little bit, but no brushing at all. But I don't know what type of material they use for this part of the figure, but it looks so great. More detail around here on the neck, and same thing on the torso. And I believe they use the exact same material for the wings to make this figure. Look, you see here the hollow, but look at the wings. Okay, this part of the figure came out very cool. Look at the detail, the work he has all around. Same thing here in the tip, and also you can see the horns on each wing around. And I really love how these wings came out. And well, in the back side, it's almost the same around the front side. And the tail was also kind of hard to put it on around this figure. But I really love touching around this part, like the tail. Take a good look around the legs in each one. Okay, not bad with it done on the legs, and especially this detail he has around there, and also these parts around the knees, and also these little circles he has around, well, around the legs. But look at the feet in each one. And there are pointy, so they are pointy, but you need to be careful, okay? And around here, I can feel some brushing where my finger is. And not bad how this part came out on this little spike and the back of the ankle. I think they used something else for the arms because I can feel a little bit different in the legs and the torso. And they made the arms kind of skinny, and also they look very easy to break. So I think you need to be careful with the arms around. And you can see these parts again, just like on the legs, and you see they can bend them just a little bit. Well, he does have some little bit of articulation, like some biceps around here. You can bend his elbows, but he has no wrist articulation around the claws. And around here feels kind of different, but look at the claws in each hand. They're amazing, especially around this little bump that he has in the back. But no brushing, like I said, but I can see some nice work in the back side of his hand. And the legs, you can move them, but you cannot open them. Like, you cannot bend them at all, and has no no ankle articulation, and no wrist articulation as well. But the head, you can move it all around. He does looks up and down, and he does has a little bit of ball joint, and I can feel bunch of sculpting around the head sculpt. But look at the parts around the shoulders. All this looks amazing, and I just noticed that this looks a part of the million puzzle of Yugi. Don't you think? It kind of does. And I can feel some brushing around here with some little bit of sculpting. And this part, you can bend them just a little bit. And around here came out very, very good. And you can see more detail around here in both sides of his neck and torso. I know I said that these figures are not articulated and they also have statues around, but you can see that each one of them, they stand up very good. So let's see how tall they stand around. For Obelisk, I believe he stands just exactly 7 inches tall, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 7 inches tall. And for Slifer, well, Slifer's gonna be kind of tricky because he has no legs. I think he stands a half of 6 inches tall. Yeah, half. And for Raw, let's see how tall he stands. I think he stands like, let me see, almost to 7.5 inches tall. And you can see that I brought a Marvel Legend, a Star Wars, and a Diamond Select figure. And you can see that these three figures, they stand much taller than a Marvel Legend, a Star Wars, and especially a 6-inch scale Diamond Select figure. And here they are with my third Marvel Select, Thanos. And there you have it, guys. And these figures, they look amazing. And especially love the material that each one had. And they done a fantastic job in each one. But like I said, these toys are not for play. And you can see that my brother ordered these. But the raw didn't came yet. But I really love the paints, the skill, and everything else. But I am going to give you one advice that if you ever buy these figures, be careful how you take them out. And especially be careful how you put the wings and the tail, alright? Because they were not that easy. They were kind of tricky. But like I said, be careful, alright? Alright guys, that's all for today. So thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, leave a like. If you want to share this video, go ahead, be my guest. Comment, but remember, do not leave any offensive comments or saying bad words. If you do that, your comment will be removed from this video. And subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And please follow my Facebook page, CN.Figures. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on Instagram. And I got you guys on the next one. To take care, be safe, keep on hunting, keep on collecting. And I'll see you next time. This is CN.TSUKAIMA and the 3 Egyptian God cards. And we're out in line.